Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Walski's Landscaping. I'm Maya. Well, I know it's been a while since I've posted, but we are starting to get back into the spring seeds and other things like that. So I just wanted to let everybody know that starting from today, you can join us every Friday right here on the YouTube channel. And we're going to be doing updates about the seeds that we planted, how they're growing, what we're doing to get them to grow. And eventually, we're going to move this all to our outdoor garden this year, where this year we are going to be doing a rain tank so we can water the garden. And we're going to show you how we're going to build that. And we're also going to be doing a lot more bucket plantings this year, different things. You might have seen some of the videos last year on that. But like I say, we're gonna be posting now every Friday. And through the month of January and February, we're going to be explaining to you what seeds that you should be planting by this point in time if you want to, get your own garden ready, and, what steps we're going to take. So to begin with, you've all seen these before and everything, but let me take this off real quick here. This year, we have the big one here. We've got our 72, and you can see them all in here. They've already been soaked in water. This is our 72 count cell, and what we're going to do is we are actually planting 2 of these this year. This one here is going to be on the vegetables that should be starting to plant now in the month of January to give them a start. And the other one will be flowers that we're going to use like in our baskets and maybe like, other projects that we have with our landscaping work and all that kind of stuff. So, like I say, to begin with, you can already, as you've seen already, we've already soaked them to where they came up the 1.5 inches or so that they should be. Now, we did this just with regular tap water, ran it warm, got from the hot water source, and I just kept pouring water in until they basically wouldn't absorb anymore. I put the cover over the top, left the condensation, the heat, the moisture, and all that and everything in, so they would stay moist. So we have 72 cells here, and some of the stuff that you should be planting right about now is, 3 of them I know for sure. The other 2, I'm kind of getting them started early. But the first one that you really want to be starting is is cauliflower. And I have two packages of the cauliflower. We have our broccoli, and again, 2 packages of the broccoli. And then we have our onions. We have this year, we're going to try something different. We have here Walla Walla onions. And I know I'm just trying to, cover the name of the company of the seeds here. But we have Walla Walla. And these are the 3 that you should be starting now in January. So I figure, okay, get them all started, whatever. The other ones that we are starting, now it might be a little soon for these, but I'm going to get them started anyways because I like to try to get them out as quick as I can. And the first one that we have is the tomato, the Best Boy Hybrid. And our other one that we have is our Roma tomatoes. Both of these tomatoes I really like to use in cooking. So that's why I've got these types of tomatoes. We have our broccoli or cauliflower. And like I say, we have our onions. And the reason why I chose the onions this way in the seed form is because the sets, in my opinion, I don't mind using the sets for things like garlic and that. But for onions, I just feel like planting the bulbs, it causes them to, and have you ever seen it where the onion grows kind of wild, and then it has that little what would you call that? like that little seed bulb, on top like that. The onions that way, I just don't like it for some reason. So that's why I read up on this, and I found that they said, okay, you can start onions indoors from seed. And they're saying by doing it by seed, they're saying that it's going to reduce that chance. I mean, it probably can still happen, but we're going to try with seed this year, and we're going to see what happens. So what I'm going to do is amongst these 72 cells, I'm going to do 3 rows apiece. So that's 18 per package or per amount here. So it would be 18 rows of broccoli, 18 rows of cauliflower, 18 rows of onion, and probably like 1.5 rows each of the tomato plants, because I know we get a lot of tomatoes. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna open these up, and I'm just trying to see like what would be like, maybe like, what's a bigger seed here? I'm trying to feel here. I'm trying to get a feel. Maybe like the onion or something. But anyways, when we open these up, I'm going to put like 1, maybe 2 seeds per cell. Now, this is going to be like kind of tedious to do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them like in a little dish, a little bottom of a cup or whatever. And I'm going to pull out 2 seeds. Put 2 seeds down into the dirt here on each one of these cells. Once I have this completely covered, or I mean filled with the seeds here, I'm going to then cover it with like a light coating of peat moss, just enough to, get them to bloom. Get them to start blooming, get them to start growing here. I mean, not blooming, growing, sorry. But what I'm going to do then is cover this with the peat moss. I'll put the cover on the top, and I'm going to make sure it's misted really, saturated, not saturated, but misted, enough to keep them all wet and everything. And that should take roughly, probably about like a week to 10 days, give or take. Once they start to come up, then I'm going to move them over to the other room, and I'm going to let them start getting used to the sunlight, things like that. Then as the weather outside starts to improve, we're going to then, probably once we get, I'd say maybe above 40 degrees, during the daytime, where we can set them out, but I want to make sure to bring them back in at night. But I'm going to then start, hardening them off, putting them outside, and letting them, get used to the outside and all that and everything. And then whatever does manage to succeed, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to show you the good, the bad, through all of this, and, show everybody, what can happen, if they do grow, they don't grow, however. But then if they do grow, we're going to end up then transplanting them out in our buckets. Now, when we transplant them out in the buckets, depending on the size, because, like I say, a lot of this you have to read, and it says, here, for example, the cauliflower here says it needs 30 to 36 inches of space. So the broccoli, about 10 inches of space. So things like the broccoli and that, we might, depending on how many buckets I can get or how many buckets I have, we might plant 2 per bucket with the broccoli, maybe one per bucket with the cauliflower. The tomatoes, let's see here. It says about 3 inches apart. Well, in the past, though, I've had really good luck with tomatoes, just putting them in the bucket. I think last year I didn't really do much videos on them, but I know I had 3 plants per bucket, maybe two or 3, whatever it was. But I had 2 or 3 in there, and man, they really grew. I mean, they were really nice. I had some nice sized tomatoes on there, and actually I gave a lot of them away to people and everything. So there's that. And then the onions, It just says to thin them about 5 inches apart. Maybe something like the onions and the cauliflower. Maybe I'm gonna make a. I know I got a lot of like old lumber out there, old planks and everything. Maybe I'll make like a raised bed kind of deal. Not only have the bucket, but also show everybody like the raised bed plantings. That way, then I can just make a couple of them, put them out there, and let them, let them grow and see what happens. So that is our vegetable ones that we're starting now in January. Of course, there'll be other ones that will be starting again because I got to go out and buy 2 more of these 72-inch trays. Like I say, I think I said in the beginning, I know they said 1 for the vegetable, 1 for flowers, but I think I'm going to get another one, and we're going to have 2 vegetable ones, 1 flower one. And I know there's things like green peppers, of course. We gotta have some more green pepper. Cucumbers, we start from seed right in the raised beds. Trying to think what else we can grow here. We can do cucumber. We can do beans. We start right in the ground. I'm just trying to think here, but we'll see. We'll see what else is out there for the seeds. Because actually, I do have a seed catalog also coming, and I'd like to either buy them from the store or buy them from the catalog depending on what they have or what they got or whatever. But like I say, that's enough about the vegetable ones. Now we're gonna just talk real quick here. Like I say, I'm going to get another 72 count cell, and we're going to try also this year, we're going to try some different flowers. Now, I only got 1 set of seeds right now. I got to go get like a couple more sets, but let me just make sure I got the name covered here. But right here, we have pansies. They're a Trimadu, I don't know how to pronounce that, but anyways, they're mixed colored pansies. And I like to use these for our hanging baskets that we make. We also use them in planters. And the only reason why this year I'm trying the different flowers like this is because the cost for us to make hanging, and again, I know everything has gone up in price, everything is sky high and all this, but being that we're on the business end and all this and everything, I feel like I can give my guys something to do and also give me something to do. So we're going to plant not just the pansies here, but we're also going to plant marigolds, probably marigolds, pansies, and I'm trying to think, just some other ones that what we use like in our baskets to make them look nice and everything. I figure it'd be cheaper. I mean, if they don't work out, I can always go to the garden supply center where I go and, get some of these, get some of these plants like this, the pansies or the marigolds or anything like that. But I just feel like it's something to try, something, see if we can, maybe down the road, like as the landscaping business starts to take off, I would like to have like the garden center part of it where, we sell like flowers, all the kinds of flowers, pumpkins, things like that. I'm just, like I say, trying to build this, and show everybody the adventures, of like what it is to run the landscape company, run garden center, do things like this. So like I say, that's about it for this video. But again, like I say, please check back here every Friday. We will have updates on these seeds, and we'll also have updates on like what we've done for the week, if we had any major jobs, things like that. And when we get into the spring season, we'll also have extra videos on our hanging baskets, our potted ones, things like that. We'll show everybody how we plant those, how we make those, and how you can also make it, if you like to follow along with us. And we'll let everybody know, like I say, what you would need on the week before video, going into the next one. We'll tell you like when we're gonna do the hanging baskets or the flower planters, things like that. So it's gonna be an exciting time, and this time, like I say, we're really gonna pay attention to the YouTube side of it, the Facebook side of it, all that kind of stuff. So, like I say, I'm gonna have a great summer, great time here, and we're gonna show you guys how we're gonna do everything from start to finish. So, all right, everyone. Well, have a great week, and we'll see you right back here next Friday on Walski Landscaping. Again, I'm Maya, and thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you then.